Hello Taurus, and welcome to the Lynx Tarot. My name is Monica, and this reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of October or the next 30 days. Whenever you're watching this reading, it is meant for you. It is timeless. Okay, Taurus, everything's been shuffled here. All of these decks have been shuffled, cleared. I have prayed and meditated on this space for your reading, Taurus. We're starting out with a couple of cards from the Spirit of the Animals Oracle deck. Get your reading started, Taurus. Wow, tiger, fire. Nice. Someone else just got this. I'm going to read more into these later after the tarot. And you have the coyote, revealer of truth. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Can't wait to see how these tie in with the reading. Just so you know, Taurus, all the decks are listed below. There are affiliate links, but you don't have to use those if you don't wish. And yeah, all the decks are listed below by name, the artist, the author, everything's right there if you're interested in any of these. Okay, so this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're using the Everyday Witch Tarot for your tarot part of the reading, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and remember the notification bell. Oh my goodness, here you are, Taurus. Your first card out, the Queen of Pentacles. Awesome. What Taurus doesn't love to see that, right? The Queen of Pentacles, financial security, calm, you know, the ability to give to others because you have enough, to your loved ones, your family, security. I like that, the Queen of Pentacles. And she's loving too. She has a very loving heart. I like that. Okay, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, a couple more shuffles here, and then I'm going to cut. Oops, got another flipper on the floor. Here it is. Okay, we have the Hermit, okay? So for your situation, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and the energy around the situation is the Hermit, so they need to reflect. Maybe some alone time. Okay, so let's keep going here. What does Taurus need to know? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is for Taurus. Okay, so for your foundational energy, cool. We have the King of Swords. King of Swords, recent past energies affecting you now. The Empress, another abundance card. Put her right there next to the Queen of Pentacles. I really like that. Oh, the Two of Cups. Somebody else just got this. Okay, the Two of Cups. This is in your mental body. Okay, so there could be a partnership that's new in your life, or you're focused on a partnership right now. It could be a committed relationship or somebody new. Near future energies, we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, nice. Okay, that representing you right now is the Two of Wands. Okay, seeing the results of something, but also needing to make a choice. Okay, and in your environment, we have the Page of Cups. Okay, hopes, fears, and advice. Nice. We have the Four of Wands, something to celebrate. And Taurus, for your outcome, nice. We have the Justice card. Okay, whoops. Just kind of shifted everything there. There we go. All right, Taurus. So let's get started here. So we're starting out with the Queen of Pentacles. This is your situation this week. I think a lot of you have reached a position of achievement, and you're suddenly coming into that feeling, and you're like, oh wow, like I have really grown and achieved so much, and now I'm going to sit here and take a look at what I have. Finances are looking really good. I'm seeing independence here. I'm seeing financial independence here, even though this card doesn't always depict that. And this represents you, Taurus. So if you've had money stuff, finances on your mind, know that you're okay. If it doesn't look like you're okay, you will be, because there are messages to guide you on the right path if you are not currently okay financially. And the Queen of Pentacles has her little family of cats here. She has enough to share with others. So this is what's meant for you, Taurus. Okay, so the energy around the situation, we've got the Hermit. Okay, so the need for some solitude. Okay, and I can certainly appreciate that. The need for solitude, and see the two owls up there. Okay, so why am I getting Noah's Ark, like the twos, like the animals marching 2 by 2, or that's the ants go marching 2 by 2. But I'm really seeing a partnership here. And I think that during your time of solitude, you may be reflecting on that partner, this person that's important to you in your life right now, or somebody new. But there's a sense of calm about you, right? Like, and confidence. Okay, there's confidence about you. Like, you know that person, if they're meant for you, they will still be there. If you remove yourself and find some solitude, some time to yourself, they're still going to be there. You have the confidence and in yourself that everything will be okay if they're meant to be there. When you come out of, whatever you're doing, they will still be there, okay? It's not like... I think you evolved in your relationships, and you are not feeling like you have to scramble to always be available for whoever is in your life at that time. So it doesn't mean necessarily that person will always be there, but you know that you yourself will always be there. You will always be with you. And if that person is meant to be there for you, when you come out of your solitude, your meditation, your time to yourself, that person will still be there, okay? I'm getting that for some of you Taurus listening right now. Your foundational energy, we have the King of Swords. So maybe some of you are getting assistance from a lawyer, someone of authority, okay? Or you could be the authority. It could be like a lawyer, police officer. I'm getting professor, like college professor. Someone who is an authority in something that you need to know about. And it could also represent you. Okay, and he's very proud. The energy is very proud. I noticed the books on these cards a lot. So there is knowledge to be gained for you, Taurus. Okay, there's some important knowledge for you to be gained, and it's going to make you feel confident and proud. Okay, confident and proud. So the knowledge, it would have to do with whatever you're trying to achieve right now. Okay, is there something, think about it, Taurus, is there something you've been really wishing you knew about? Okay, and it doesn't have to be like what someone else is thinking of you or something like that. It could be like, how do I learn to meditate? How do I learn to do Pilates exercise? Something like that. Like, I want to do it at home in solitude. I want to do yoga. How do I do this? So look that up, look into it, and you can do it right at home on your TV if you want, like something like that. Taking a course from home. I think there is there is scholarly knowledge that I'm also seeing on this card here, and I think that many of you would rather just be at home. Now, if it's like a college type situation, especially nowadays, certainly many courses you can take online. Some you do need to go to campus for, so it all depends. And there are other things you can do. There are certification programs and other things that you can do online that are legit, and you do get a certificate. So I think that that's for many of you listening right now too, Taurus, okay? So I think that it's important to seek knowledge, go online, see if there's a program or something, cross-reference, check for reviews and all of that, and get started. Like, crack those books open and get started. Okay, recent past energies benefiting you right now. We have the Empress. So this is abundance. I love her. Next, I think I already held this up, didn't I? At least in my mind I did. Yes, here we go. The Empress with the Queen of Pentacles. So there's abundance there for you. And I just see a lot of you Taurus listening right now have a new confidence. I think it was always in there, but you didn't really access it all that often. And now you're feeling a lot more comfortable with yourselves. I'll take this back. You're feeling a lot more comfortable with yourselves. And there could be a baby being born, but not necessarily. I think that a lot of you are learning to parent yourselves, if that makes sense. Whether or not you had great parents or have great parents, we also need to learn how to parent ourselves as adults and not always seek for outside nurturance, okay? And that's okay. It's important to nurture relationships, to nurture one another, but we need to nurture ourselves first. And the solitude comes in here, as well. Like, see it in the Hermit card, the figure on this card, the witch, she is taking care of herself by taking time to herself, okay? And just being at peace and quiet without a lot of outside stimulation, okay? And that's really necessary. Again, there could be a baby being born with the Empress card because it has to do with fertility. You could have a pet that's having babies, or maybe some of you have just adopted a baby animal. And I got this for another sign too. I think somebody listening works for like an endangered species type organization, okay, where you are helping injured animals, either endangered species or wildlife, okay, either or both, whatever, and helping wild animals. And maybe it's one of those really cool things I see online a lot where like you're able to take like a baby wild animal home with you because you're like a vet tech or a veterinarian, or you work for some type of organization where you can do that, where you can take a wild animal home with you that's like a baby or an injured adult animal, where you care for it and get it back to health at home and then take it back out into the wild, which is really majorly cool. Like I always wished I could do that, but not now. I have enough cats and there's a stray cat outside and I feed the squirrels, so I don't want that to come my way right now, but someday when I am able, I will help animals even more than I do right now. And I hope that you all listening now, I hope many of you feel the same way and do the same thing. Okay, so this is in your mental body. We've got the Two of Cups. There's a loving partnership. And I always say this reminds me of a second date, because this couple, like if this is a new relationship, they want to get to know each other more. They've already had that first date interview, right? And they're like, oh, I know enough about you. I want to get to know you more. And they're more relaxed. They can chill out by the water there, on the beach, by the water, have a glass of wine or whatever, and be more relaxed with each other and feel a little bit more themselves, because they have some information about each other and they already have an attraction. There's a chemistry there. This could be about rekindling a committed relationship too, and having a date night, okay, Taurus? So I think it's important to plan a date night. Somebody else got that too, okay? I think it's really important right now. With the Eight of Cups, okay, this could have to do with love. This could have to do, well, it's definitely about walking away from what no longer serves you. But this could have to do with walking away from a previous relationship that keeps wanting to come back in, and realizing you've gotten all that you can out of it, and that maybe that person isn't for you, or that situation isn't for you. It doesn't have to be catastrophic. It could be like maybe one person wants children and the other one doesn't, and there's like a deal breaker. But for others of you, I think it was like a long path that you were on in life, and it wasn't like it led you nowhere. It was just time to move on. Like you're realizing, this is the near future energies, you're realizing that many things are no longer helping you and they're actually dragging you down, Taurus. So you're making this decision and you're traveling light. And I always see this similar to the Fool card, traveling on a new journey, but not really taking a leap of faith like the Fool card, but like the Fool card, carrying a much lighter load, okay? So these cups aren't full of like burdens or anything like that. They're just now empty, like been there, done that, and it's time to move on, okay? And you're doing this and you're accepting it, Taurus, and you don't really know exactly what's ahead, but you have an idea of what you want because you've planned some of it, but not all of it, because we can't always know everything. So you're on a new path that you have decided to take on your own, at your own will, okay? Representing you right now, Taurus, is the Two of Wands. Now, there's a decision here in the Two of Wands, but there is also growth and reflection. And you have started something that is, it's like in the works. It's starting to stir up. Like the pot is starting to get stirred in a good way. Like some of the spices and ingredients are in there, but you're not quite there yet. I think some of you actually like to cook. Well, I'm talking to Taurus right now, so of course. Cooking is, definitely something Taurus tends to love. Not everybody, you can't generalize, but like cooking, food, that kind of thing, like, fine wines, if you can drink or like to drink or whatever, but fine wines, things like that. And there's no, okay, so when it comes to the choice part, okay, there is no wrong choice, Taurus. It's a matter of which path you want to take, and you need to take one, okay, one or the other, because we can't go in two directions at the same time, but it's a conscious choice, okay? So just like she in the Eight of Cups, she, I'm just saying she, but it could be male or female, it doesn't matter. The figure on this card, she's taking steps in a certain direction, okay? So in the Two of Wands, it's important to follow a certain path, follow a certain direction, and there's no wrong way to go. Like one way might be the path, or the, the road less traveled, right? One road could be a little bit more difficult than the other, but it will lead you to the same place. And see the witch on this card. I think this is also a witch. And it looks like a male figure, and I'm only saying that because it looks like a little bit more muscular and like shorter hair or whatever, but I don't really know. Male or female energy is looking over this like small world in her hand, like, oh, you know, I can hold my whole world in my hand, but she's also sort of looking toward the sky, like, wait a minute, the world is much bigger, my world could be much bigger. So she's deciding to move on, you know, move on a certain path, open a certain door. And I think that that's what you are doing right now, Taurus, okay? That's for you right now. And there's something good behind that door, okay? Again, there's no wrong path to take. It's just that one might be a little bit easier than the other, and that's neither good nor bad. Like the path that's less traveled, there might be a little bit more to climb over, some more obstacles, but they could be healthy stepping stones, okay? So it's just a matter of making that choice and realizing there's a whole big world out there, like the world is your oyster, okay? And your outside influences, like in your environment, we've got the Page of Cups, so there could be someone new coming into your life. This could be a child. Maybe you're sitting down with your child, like painting, or a grandchild, maybe you work with children, and they are bringing out the youthfulness in you, Taurus, and it feels really good. You're like, oh yeah, like I remember when I used to do this when I was a kid. Why did I ever stop? Okay, so I think there's a beautiful new fresh energy coming in the Page of Cups, and I think it could be for some of you that new love energy coming in, and it could be really fun, like a new partnership where you want to do fun things together, like, hey, let's go to a playground and swing on the swings kind of thing, like, and you're like, hey, why not? Yeah, that would be so much fun, why not? So I think one of you is like a little more outgoing than the other, or a little more extroverted, but like not to the extreme. But the other person likes that, and they like the other person to take the lead. And they're like, yeah, I really want to do that too. But they were just like afraid to say, either you or the other person, like afraid to say or afraid to admit it. But when one of you makes a suggestion, the other one is like, yes, let's do it. And it's fun. It's like really fun, loving energy. That brings us to the Four of Wands, which is the marriage card. So there could be a celebration here of marriage, of union. It's in your hopes, fears, advice. So what I'm getting is, you know, a new relationship can be a little bit nerve-wracking because we don't know everything about someone. It takes time to get to know them. But this very well could be leading down the path toward marriage, okay, down the road. And it's something to celebrate. It's something to celebrate. And I see like a milestone in a relationship, whether it's like a 1 month anniversary or a 1 year anniversary. But it could be something like really short, like I said, like a 1 month anniversary, and you're just so happy with this person, and you're like, oh, guess what? Today, you know, a month ago was our first date or whatever, and you're celebrating that step. And you're celebrating every step of the way, and it's leading to marriage or a union, a commitment, and there's a big celebration. There's people around you really happy for you, Taurus. Okay, very nice. So I'm getting like a lot of independence and individuality in this, as well as partnership, and you can certainly have both. Okay, and that brings us to Justice. So Justice here, there's a lot of balance. This is the outcome card. So I think a lot of you have been feeling very imbalanced for a long time, Taurus. And it's kind of coming together, and you're realizing things weren't really, things didn't really need to be that confusing and that rattling, okay? You're realizing, all right, things are falling into place the way that they're supposed to, and you didn't have to control it, Taurus. You didn't have to force things to happen. You're realizing that certain things that were meant to happen and happen in a certain way with other people, situations, not having to do with you, or maybe having little to do with you, but have been affecting you, have just sorted themselves out, okay? You didn't really need to have your hand in all of these things around you that you thought you did. Not that you were doing anything out of turn. It's nothing like that. Not like you were like imposing yourself on certain situations, but there were things that you weren't able to control that seemed like that they were getting like chaotic and out of control. And I think some of you are experiencing some fear. And, you know, I'm getting authority again. So we've got Justice and the King of Swords. So maybe someone of authority has come in and said, you know, this is my decision. It could be a judge. It could very well be a judge. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm getting justice. So whoever is listening here, justice will be served in your favor is what I'm getting. Okay. On a lighter note, if this is not something as serious as like a judge and going to court, things are going to work out, and they're going to work out by the book. And it could be like a HR type situation where it was really something that was out of your hands. I'm getting some of you live in a community where there's like an association or what's it called, like management or an association, like if you live in a townhouse or something like that, where like maybe some people in your neighborhood or vicinity are doing things that are like, quote, against the rules, right? Like against the rules that are written out that they agreed to, kind of like in a lease or, you know, any kind of contract really, and it's just been enforced. So it might not be like going to court or something like that, but it might just be kind of like a note on their door like, hey, you're not supposed to have a grill on your deck, or I don't know, like something like that, but something that's been bothering you, Taurus. And the powers that be are going to come in and handle it. And I think that whatever's going on, someone else has brought attention to it. It's not just you that has these worries about something going on that's a little, you know, outside the rules, right? Like it's being handled, I'll put it that way. And there are things that are going on behind the scenes, Taurus, and being taken care of that you're not aware of, but you will be aware of or are becoming aware of as you see the results. And now you can just, you know, revel in that sense of relief that it's being taken care of, and you don't have to feel like on the edge of your seat, like in a worrisome way. All right, Taurus, these readings are going on a little bit longer with the fire signs and earth signs. So we're going to go over to the Angel Wisdom Tarot. This is the Angel Wisdom Tarot. We're just drawing a couple from here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Taurus, I really hope this is helping you so far. Please like, share, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell. It would help my channel so much. Okay, and we've got here the Two of Swords, okay? And the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords come out for me a lot when I do readings. Okay, so what I started to get before with the Two of Wands was you really need to make a decision. But then I was like, oh no, maybe not. Maybe it's not something like that's serious. Maybe it's something that like Taurus already knows and they're already starting to. I think some of you are in this Two of Swords energy where it is time to make a decision, or it's like one of those things like you're going to regret it if you don't. And she's got her blindfold on, like she's afraid to look, and she can see through it though. She's wearing a veil and she can see through it, but she's afraid to look. So it's important to make a decision, Taurus, so that you don't have a tower moment. So the powers that be don't come in, like the bigger powers that be like the universal powers, you know, God and your guide and your angels don't come in and do you a favor and knock down knock down those walls when you can knock them down yourself. Like whatever's not working out for you, you can clean that slate. And if you don't, by making a decision here in the Two of Swords card, like the Tower will come in and do it for you. It says being unable or unwilling to make a decision. Follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy. Pretending there is no problem and overanalyzing a situation. So Taurus, don't get caught in analysis paralysis. This could be any decision. It could be about a love situation. It could be about buying a house. It could be about putting in that complaint about something that's been upsetting you or making you nervous. Okay, so don't be afraid to speak up if you need to. Like, don't just hope that everything works out. Like, do your part in speaking up, even if someone else is speaking up as well. Okay, use your voice, Taurus. Okay, I'm getting that, and I see the color blue really, really standing out here. So maybe meditate on your throat chakra. Simply meditate the color blue around your throat area, with the intention to have the bravery to speak up. Okay, and let's go back here. I'm going to draw one more from the Angel Wisdom card. This is for Taurus. What else does Taurus need to know? All right, Taurus. Let's see what we have here as I'm messing up my whole spread. Okay. Oh, this is really awesome. You've got the 10 of Cups. So there's a lot of love in this reading, okay? And this is more than just a partnership. This is a family, okay? Like we see here in this 4 of Wands card, right? So there's people coming together to celebrate for probably a couple. Maybe it could be something else. But what I'm getting here, it's a couple, okay, for a lot of you in this reading. And then the 10 of Cups is family. And it says a happy marriage, happily ever after, emotional contentment, a loving relationship with your children, raising children wisely and successfully, and people you can trust. And what I always get to is animals too. You may not have children. And so if you have pets, remember they're part of your family and embrace that, Taurus. Really beautiful readings here. So I'm going to wrap this reading up with the Secret Garden deck for some advice. This is for Taurus, advice for Taurus. What does Taurus need to know? All right. You know what? I'm not going to wrap it up yet. I forgot to do the Spirit of the Animals. Okay, Tiger and Fire, okay? I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold, I am brave, and mighty forces come to my aid. Okay, Taurus, you're not alone. Call on your angels and your guides and know that they're with you. And you've got the Coyote, revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. Okay, that's really great advice, Taurus. And, you know, sometimes I'm too serious about myself, and I think I will never laugh about something that, like, I did that made me feel so dumb. Like, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Or I did something to embarrass myself, and I think it'll never be funny. And I actually look back and I do laugh. I just like totally crack up. I think a lot of you need to see the humor in yourself and know you're human. And if you see the humor in it, it just makes life so much better. It just makes life so much better. I'm big into old cartoons, like the old-fashioned cartoons. I'm getting that right now for you, Taurus. So if you once liked cartoons, like Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, like the old ones, I will put them on, okay? They're so not politically correct, like, as to what is, you know, appropriate today, but just ignore that part if it bothers you, because it's really funny. And anything that can give you a belly laugh, Taurus, is so healing. Okay, I'm going to cut this now. What else does Taurus need to know to wrap up this reading? Okay, we've got retreat. Never underestimate the healing power of a quiet moment. Okay, and I want to hold this up here, okay, with the Hermit. Never underestimate the healing power of a quiet moment. Great. All right, one more here. We have patience. Wait for the fruit to ripen. Okay, so I think maybe some of you are waiting for a baby to be born, or you have a dog or a cat that's getting ready to have puppies or kittens, a grandchild. I think somebody listening right now is about to have a grandchild, and it's your first grandchild, and it's majorly exciting. Like, you just can't wait and you don't know what to do with yourself. Okay, so that's really awesome. Wait for the fruit to ripen. And for others of you in a new relationship or rekindling a current relationship, it looks like really loving energy is all over this reading for you, Taurus. I really like it. Justice will be served where there has been imbalance, and whatever choices that you're needing to make right now, you can do this. Okay, Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.